for my first 30 seconds of the song is called Moonlight on the River. That was called Moonlight on the River. And a life-altering event can change a person in so many ways. My life-altering event was when I was in 4th grade and I got a hernia on my stomach. I don't remember how I got a hernia, but all I remember is when I was 10 years old, I was playing one day and all of a sudden I felt a sharp pain on my side. It hurt really bad, but I just went back to playing on the playground. Later that day, I got home and my stomach was still hurting, but I didn't take it into any context. When kids are younger, parents always think that their kid is making everything up to not going to school or just want to be lazy. I thought my parents would just tell me to be tough and shake it off. I didn't want to be the crybaby because I was the oldest, or I am the oldest, but I want to be the crybaby, and the next morning I just shook it off, but also I was throwing up and from my meal, and I was throwing up blood, and at that point I wanted to go tell my mom, but then I was like, no, I'm not going to. So I just went to school and I decided it would be better to get home and tell her. When I got to school, I was not feeling the best and I wasn't as cheery as everybody else was. The teacher had noticed and asked if everything was fine, and I said, I'm okay, I just think I just have a cold. Throughout the whole day, I was feeling awful. I went to the nurse and they called my mom to come pick me up. And I told her how I was feeling, and then she took me to the hospital. That was not fun. I got an IV in my arm. And she told the doctors about my symptoms, and they immediately took me to go get an MRI and check what was wrong with me. So when they went to go check on me, I had a bump on my stomach, and then they were like, you cannot be running, you can't be jumping, you just have to chill down because it would have ruptured, and it was almost close to rupturing, but it didn't. When I got out of the hospital, I had to wait to get surgery. So I had to go up to Lubbock and get this Dr. Covenant Health. I had to wait and go up there so that I can get my surgery, but it took forever. It did not take just one day. It took forever. And it was just not a fun experience. And once I got the surgery, after, they said everything was fine, but after, it just hurt really bad. It just hurt really bad. And they wanted me to be there still, but my mom was a nurse, so she was like, I'll just take her home and everything will be fine. And I had to wear a dress because I couldn't put any pressure, and I couldn't run for a long time and jump or do anything. As an active kid, that's hard because I was still in basketball, and I would cry because I couldn't do anything. And after I got out of the surgery, my mom showed me a picture of all the kids from my grade wearing purple because I had surgery, so they had a lot of, the purple was my favorite color at the time. So when I got to my grandma's house that was in Lubbock, I just went to bed and they made spaghetti. Spaghetti is my favorite food, so they made spaghetti and it just was really good. Thank you. That is my speech.